And now the drunk man speaks up again, and he's like, I never seen anything like you before. What are you?
What am I? I'm a god. You should bow down to me.
You're God? What's your name? Have I heard you?
You've never heard of me. My name is Vigar.
Vigar? Praise be to Vigar. And then he kind of puts his hands out, and then he gives a very deep bow, and then stumbles on himself because he gets way too low and he's drunk as fuck, drunk as a skunk, falls on the ground, and the rest of the bar patrons kind of laugh at this.
Can I use my I don't even know how you say that word.
Prestidigitation. Yep.
And soil his crotch region.
So as he's on the ground going, praise be to Vega, it looks like this. So, first things first, let's get some introductions. Starting with Adokal, I can get his introduction. So we have Lucky, who usually plays Adokal, a now Longtooth Shifter Paladin. He worships... Who does he worship now? Worships someone different. I think he worships... Oh, Tempest. And he worships Tempest. So he changed from Avandra to Tempest. And he's a tank of all tanks, shielding the party from harm, and he takes his job very seriously, fighting evil. He unfortunately cannot be here tonight. He's got something going on. That will take us to Lyle. Tell us about your character.
Yeah. I'm Lyle. I play Guy, who is a half-elven cleric of Moradin. He grew up with dwarves, so I will be trying to give him a dwarven accent. I'm not no pro with accent and stuff, so don't expect too much. Just let's have some fun. If you can lie on the floor without having to hold on to something, then you're not drunk yet.
I feel like Guy needs to get in a tavern fight.
Yeah, totally.
See if you make that happen.
Yeah, I think that could happen.
It's a requirement.
All right, moving on to Malagar.
Hello, I'm Sauerkraut, and I play Malagar, a lethal drow rogue who has escaped from the Underdark and is trying to escape the clutches of Loth's influence.
I'm Kyle. I play Morn. I'm a human shaman, and my character has daddy issues.
Love it.
I'm Concob. I play Osiris. I am a Deva Avenger, and I recently joined the Yakuza.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Now, last but not least.
I'm a flying cock. I play Vigar, Deva Wizard, and I'm a lone wolf, and I go where I wanna.
Go where I want to go.
Damn.
All right, and I am Nomad. I am your dungeon master. We are joining these heroes once more in the campaign called Scales of War, a 4th edition campaign arc. They have just basically completed the Shadow Rift of Umbraforge, which is the third... Yeah, it's the third adventure in that. They have reached level 6, so we will be taking them even further, hopefully to level 7. But the last thing I need to do is get historians, so here's the roll. We got Vigar.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Damn it.
Okay, Vigar, it is your turn. Look forward to reading these from you.
I
He's
don't
gonna
look forward.
teleport into the middle of the enemies and later just forget to recount that detail.
Yes, just forget about it. All right,
And then
so...
complain that his team won't help him.
Yeah. So without further delay, we can get this underway. Last time in the Scales of War, these heroes had traveled to the to the Shadowfell, not knowing where their destination was after jumping through a portal to chase after their long adversary who had been weaving these things in the underground and pulling all these strings to get all this stuff happening. The Riven Roar adventure, where a bunch of people were kidnapped from an assault on Brindle and taken to a fortress out in the woods. They saved those people, brought them back to town, defeating Sinrith the Hobgoblin. It was there that they discovered the name the Emissary. And upon further investigation of this name, upon the completion of that adventure, it took them to the city of Overlook, a dwarven stronghold just on the other side of the Red Ridge mountain range. And when they were coming up, they saw some disturbing sights in the wilderness. It turns out that orcs on the far side of the mountain were amassing in number once more to assault the Borgen's Watch, which is a fort in the mountains blocking the pass and keeping the Elsyr Vale from harm. They had been charged to evacuate some monks in the mountains, but they found all the monks dead, and except for one, Khalid the Paladin, which sought for him and the group to go down into the vents and clear out the orcs underneath to seal it off so that they could not get underneath the mountain. The party was successful in that after handily defeating Tusk, the barbarian chieftain of the orcs underneath the mountain in the vents. They had sealed it off and were saviors of the Elsyr Vale. They traveled back to Overlook and were hailed as heroes. Even Malagar, the drow, who had been hiding his heritage from everybody around, they were still very tentative because drow are very, very dangerous. But he has shown true, and so he was widely regarded as kind of okay, but under a very watchful eye of the public. They continued their investigation as to this Modra figure, finding out that he was a Dark One and tracking his whereabouts to the Happy Beggar, a poorhouse in one of the districts of Overlook. They went inside and talked to an old man who later they would discover the identity of, but they went down into the basement where they found some Shatter Kai and transporting some goods, and they found some really good equipment. They eventually got into a white room which had a portal in it that they jumped through after Modra because Modra was down here. It was there that they discovered the Shadowfell and moved around finding a mercenary encampment, and their investigations brought them to the point of Modra is only one figure in a much bigger plan. A plan devised by this creature, this figure called Sarshan. So they went to the Dark Foundry where Sarshan was making some half-breed people and mixing DNA and everything to make some very powerful soldiers. Modra was inside with his own troop, attempting to sabotage it. The party defeated them, killing Modra, finally gaining their vengeance against him. But they delved even deeper, setting up the foundry for explosion, and then traveling into Sarshan's Dark Tower from a secret passageway underneath. They quickly assaulted the tower, moving up just as the alarm had brought more of these Shatterkai mercenaries to their position, eventually capturing them, and just as hope of escape and being triumphant seemed to escape them, they were brought forth by Thanu, one of Sarshan's top lieutenants. Sarshan had come into the tower through his own personal portal, and instead of putting them to death, he offered them to join him, to which they accepted. But just as Sarshan left to tend to the mercenary camp, because there were a lot of quakes going on from the elemental magma rift that was nearby that Sarshan was drawing power from. A lot of things were going on, seeming to pose danger, so Sarshan went to tend to it to himself as he gave Thanu instructions to give to the party and everything. But just as Sarshan was leaving, a massive quake shook the tower, and it fell a little bit, forcing the middle levitation lift, whatever magics were in there, to stop for a little bit. Thanu fell down a floor, and as it was coming back online, Vigor went down to ask him, "What's going on?" And Thanu was having none of it. It seems he did not trust you guys, and so he, what are you doing? He wanted you guys dead. So he just said outright, "I'm gonna kill you all." So you guys fought him off while the tower was falling, and as the tower was falling, you quickly killed Thanu, made quick work of him, and then turned your attention to Sarshan's personal portal, which you activated and jumped through, ending up in the Black Shrine, upon which it was that you had first entered the Shadowfell, and you saw the mercenary camp being engulfed in elemental magma. Not just normal magma, but seemed to be moving forward more rapidly with elemental creatures of fire and chaos inside, ravaging the mercenary camp. The tower was no more, having already disappeared beneath the molten rock. And you stood in awe and wonder at how you could have possibly survived this catastrophe, returning to the shrine and jumping through the portal. And you are now here in present moment, after just jumping through, back in the white shrine. The gloom around you is gone. Your spirits seem to naturally be lifted up just a little bit. And you look around, letting your eyes adjust as you look up to some sounds before you. Prashant and Ozma are looking at you with wonder, and they seem to be fussing a little bit, like, oh my goodness. So we will go to the live stream, and we may begin our session. All right, Malagar, you can move real quick. As you have jumped through, Prashant and Ozma give exclamations of surprise, and they are looking to you all, and then suddenly their eyes get even wider as they are looking to the portal behind you. Everybody, please make me a perception check.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dang. Wow.
There goes my nat 20 for the day.
Was well used.
Perfect time to use it.
All right. Adokal seems to be kind of otherwise preoccupied, but everybody else looking back at the rift, you see the black clouds swirling, starting to close, but before they can close, some fingers poke through multiple sets, and they seem to be stopping the portal from closing. Some spectral hands holding it open, just as some ghostly forms are beginning to poke through. Everybody may make one movement, and then I need you to roll initiative.
Oh shit.
Can't really move anywhere. Osiris is going there.
Initiative.
Map is way too big.
Oh, shit, who the hell threw a 31?
That was me.
Fuck.
I got
Plus
some
13.
justice. Yeah, I got some fucking perception, boy.
Both of you do.
All right, Morn and Adokal, I still need initiatives from you guys.
I'm fixing my freaking screen.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's a bit lagging. I need to switch characters and stuff.
Okay.
There we go.
Ooh, Morn. Well done. All right. Get these guys in here.
Combat tracker. Holy shit. Undead.
All right, so we are going to begin with unidentified undead 3. Get this set up first. It's got an aura that I need to make sure it procs. Yeah, Fantasy Ground was a little laggy today, so just be forewarned of that, in case that happens again.
Right.
Alright, where's it? Right here. Alright, he is going to use this ability, a Close Burst 2. So you'll get Malagar, Osiris, Morn, Adokal, and Guy. A spectral wail reverberates through the room, seeming to deafen your senses, and it hits you all for 9 points of damage each, and you're all knocked prone. Alright, Undead 4. 2. 3 moves right there. He's going to reach out a spectral hand at Malagar. And he hits on a 20,
Just barely.
dealing 7 points of damage. 7 points of necrotic damage.
Necrotic.
Oh, this guy. Four, 5. He's going to attack Rennis with a spectral touch. And he hits, dealing 4 points of necrotic damage. The next one will move right here, and he will make an attack against Guy, a spectral touch. That is a critical.
Before you do the roll for that, I can save against criticals and stuff.
Yes, you can.
Fuck me.
Hey, what's up, Hip Hop Hoka
That is a
G?
normal hit.
Good to see you, man. Glad you came. All right.
Okay.
Normal hit. There we go. No longer
And
critical.
also, could Adokal interrupt that?
He could, if he wanted to.
I would like to do that. It's Guardian counter where we switch places, basically.
Yeah.
Freaky Friday.
All right, there you go. I got you
And
guys
then-
switched.
He's gonna take the attack.
So Dokal will take that. Okay.
Yep. And then after that, he will attack back.
Okay. I'll take the target off of you. That is a regular hit. Well, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, so that would be a critical hit against him, right?
I guess so.
That would not expend your use because it's not like it's not expended then, right? For you, for your. It's just
I
whenever.
think that it's not a use. It's
Okay.
always.
Gotcha. Okay, so he gets a critical hit against a Dokal, which is an 8.
Ooh.
Only
Morn
like-
Spiritus.
Wait, the Guardian's counter also lets him make an attack.
Ah, I see. Yes. Okay.
Number 2.
Alright.
Yep, number 2. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
There we go.
All right. So now we got more, and you have received initiative.
Alright, I'll stand up. First
Alright.
of all. Spawn Rev there. And then
All right, Reverend appears in the space directly flanking you, Malagar.
what up, bitches?
That is a hit.
Alright, there you go.
5 points of damage. And he can now
And-
flank.
Yep. Can flank. And that'll be my turn.
Alright, that takes us to Prashant. Prashant is wearing some ill-fitting armor that doesn't seem to quite hang on him very well. Nonetheless, he moves forward 1 and 2 squares. He is going to swing a longsword at the creature, missing. Taking us to Osiris. You're up.
Okay, then I'm going to stand up.
Alright.
I'm going to target this guy. And I'm gonna ult him. And I'm going to use my distant vengeance and do radiant vengeance.
Alright.
So, do I click the double roll first and then?
Yes.
Okay. Double roll and then this one.
That is a hit. An 18. 16.
Yeah.
Changed to a 10. It is halved, but he is vulnerable to radiant damage. So he takes a little bit more.
Alright, and I shall end my turn.
Alright, Malagar, you are up.
Malagar's gonna stand up as a miner.
Okay.
Target unidentified creature 4, and he's gonna try to identify these things.
Oh,
Alright, roll me a religion check.
Oof.
nice.
That is sufficient. You know, these are specters. They are a medium shadow humanoid and undead. They have an aura. They have a melee. They have a melee attack that deals necrotic damage, and they also have a burst attack, as well as being able to turn invisible.
Do I know how often they can do that burst attack?
You do not.
Alright. I'm gonna hit him with a repulse strike.
That is a hit. Eight points of damage, halved from your 17.
Yep. And then Malagar's going to shift 1 square away.
All right.
End his turn.
All right, Spectre 1 is now up. Spectre 1 is going to attack Prashant, reaching out a spectral hand. And it slashes through Prashant, going through him, leaving a trail of necrotic energy, dealing
gee.
8 points of damage. Prashant is now down.
Dude.
Guy, you are up.
Oh my
I
god.
will,
Fuck.
first of all, plant the batter standard of healing.
Okay.
Like the zone. the zone.
All right.
And with a cry to Moradin, he will summon the power of his armor, which glows with divine light and does healing things.
Yes. Shared healing. One ally within 5 squares of you regains hit points as though he or she had spent a healing surge.
That's cool.
It's gotta be Malagar. Why didn't it heal thing there?
It says insufficient healing surges.
It does cost a surge though.
It's just the value.
For you, it said. That should not be. It doesn't say. Alright, so you use 6 of your 11, so you should have healing surges. Try it again, see if it works.
Okay. Still insufficient surges, huh? That's strange.
That's something's up with the fantasy grounds.
Manually increase his hit points.
Maybe
right,
some
there we go.
thing with
I got it on you. I did it manually. Something's up. It's not entering correctly. So Malagar, you get some healing.
and it triggers the battle standard, so everybody
Yes.
sees a bit more.
Prashant is now back up.
That was the idea also. Malagar, we need Malagar. Alright, that's my turn.
Okay. Viger, you are up.
I'm gonna move right there. And I'm going to cast Thunderwave out in the direction of Spectre 2, so I'll hit
Make a pointer.
5,
Make a
2,
pointer. Stop. Make a pointer. Just make a pointer. It's so much easier. Make a square. Hold down shift and then press the right and left mouse buttons and drag it to make your pointer. That way we can actually see exactly where.
3.
It'll be like this.
Yeah, I don't know how to rotate it though. So the center would be there, but it'd be rotated because I'm facing that way.
Why would you want it to be there? You'd want it right there so that it doesn't hit a Dokel.
That's fine too. I was just thinking it was gonna go to the left of a Dokel. Like the center would have been that, but I would rotate it. That'll work. That works.
Okay. Go ahead and target all 3 of them and then do your Thunderburst. Your Thunder Wave. Alright, it misses Spectre 5 but hits the other ones. You get a granted opportunity effect for that fumble.
Cool.
The target gains a +4 attack bonus towards the next attack it makes against you. The target is aware of this opportunity and may use any attack in its arsenal.
Perfect. And then shouldn't I have a push too?
Yep. Your wisdom, I believe.
So that's what? Wisdom modifier is
Yep,
4?
wisdom modifier is 4, so they get pushed 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Alright.
And that'll end my turn.
Okay. Rennis. She is going to mark Spectre 6 as her quarry. then she's gonna move 2, 3, 4. She's gonna shoot her longbow. That is a hit, dealing 6 points of damage. Ozma is going to step in right here, and she is going to cast Sunbolt at Spectre 4. And that is a hit. 5 radiant damage. Vulnerable. That should be 10. I don't know why I didn't do that.
Because they're still.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, so 5 damage. Takes us to Spectre 5, who is going to shift right here, and he is going to attack a Dokal using Spectral Touch. And he hits for 5 points of damage on a Dokal. A Dokal, you are up.
Hey, Adokul's gonna stand up if you could remove prone.
Okay.
Target this guy. Alright, I'm gonna drag and drop it anyway. Okay, so he's gonna challenge this Spectre number 5.
Okay.
Attack him with a Holy Strike.
Oof. Wow, that's a hit.
4 hits.
4th edition, man. Dealing 11 points of damage.
Yeah.
Alright, back to the top of the order with Spectre 3. Grab some of these. He's going to shift right here and make an attack on Morn, reaching out a spectral hand. It misses Morn. You manage to dodge out of the way. Spectre 4 is going to move up on a shift and make an attack against Malagar. That is a miss as well. Malagar dodges out of the way. Spectre
I'm going to
6.
interrupt that
Okay.
with a riposte strike.
All right, go ahead.
Holy shit.
That is a hit, dealing 11 points of damage.
Nice, very nice.
And that uses up your sneak attack for this turn. Alright, Spectre 6. Going to move up right here. He is going to attack Vigor with combat advantage. Reaching out a spectral hand. Vigor anticipates it, moving out of the way, taking us to Spectre 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to attack Vigor as well. Spectral Touch. That one hits on a 20. It deals no damage, for Vigor has necrotic resistance. Alright, Morn, you're up.
I'm gonna shift there. I'll move Rev there. And I'll try another Stalker Strike if I get good luck. Nope.
That is not enough.
I got a quick question on the Sudden Slime too.
Okay.
So Sudden Slime, it's each creature in burst, so that would hurt allies as well.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so I gotta be careful with that. Use my standard move. That'll be good.
Prashant is going to rise from prone. He's going to try to hit this specter again. Slashes out with his longsword. It is not enough. Osiris, you have initiative.
I yell at him, "Get back, old man! I don't want you to die again."
He yells back,
Again.
"Oh, I've spent my time on the battlefield."
I trapped him in
All
there.
right, have a good one.
Hold up the battlefield.
So then I will use my distant vengeance, shooting over his shoulder.
All right. That is a hit. A bolt of radiant energy comes cascading from across Morn and Prashant, smacking the specter, dealing 10 points of damage.
Take that, you punk. And I will end my turn.
Holy shit.
All right, Malagar, you are up.
Now this guy's going to target Spectral Target 4. Or Spectre 4, sorry. Riposte Strike.
Hit.
Here it is.
You don't get sneak attack on that
Why not?
because you used it on your riposte strike interrupt. It's once per turn.
Yeah, once per turn, not per round. This is a new turn.
Then he wouldn't have gotten a sneak attack on the riposte.
He does because it's a new turn, every turn.
Okay, hold up. He hit the specter with riposte strike and he used sneak attack on that. So
Yep, that was his turn. And at the,
that was his turn. When he does a reaction, it's not his turn. It's still part of that other turn.
No, it's part of the round, but not of this new turn, the Spectre's turn.
That doesn't make any sense.
So it can basically do it once per turn, but an unlimited time per round. So if he attacks like 4 times on his turn, he can only do it once. But if it's an interrupt or a reaction or something that is not on his turn, he gets it again.
Okay, I'm gonna read into that because that doesn't seem right to me, but we'll let it stand. All right. Spectre is dead.
And Malagar's going to stay right where he is for now. End his turn.
All right, Spectre 1 is up once more. He will move up right here. And he targets everybody but Rennis. Another spectral scream sounds out. The energy deafening many of your
my God.
senses. All right, I see a critical hit
Prashant.
and an automatic miss.
The luckiest old man.
Yep. Alright, so he gets cleave. In addition to standard critical hit damage, you may apply all damage and effects from this attack to a target adjacent to the intended target, as though it were hit by the original attack. Who got the crit? That was versus...
Wadoku and
Doku and Vigor. Damn, 2 crit fumbles.
Badass. Badass in the bad way.
Okay, so Vigor is the one that got the effect, I think. Alright, I'll do regular damage. $14 to Vigor, 14 to Adokal, 10 to Ozma, who is now dying, and 10 to Morn.
So
As well as I will do the other damage to Guy, because he is adjacent to Vigor from the cleave.
Right.
That takes his turn. Guy, you are up.
Okay. I'm gonna stand up if you could remove the prompt.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna attack this Spectre number 1 here.
Go for it.
I'm flanking with Morn. Okay.
You are. That is a hit. Dealing 8 points of damage.
Solid chunk.
Giving some sort of resist to Malagar because he needs it. And I guess that's already my turn.
All right, Vigor, you have received initiative. Can't hear you if you're talking.
I'm gonna use Thunder Wave right there.
Okay. Hits 2 of them, but misses Spectre 5.
2 out of 3, not bad.
Six points of damage to each. And they get thrown back.
Ooh.
Blasted backwards by you.
That's pretty tight.
Can I shift to the right of me without getting an opportunity attack? Shifts don't grant it.
Shifts don't grant opportunity attacks. There you go.
So I want to go right there.
Alright, you still have a minor action if you have one?
I'll just end my turn.
Alright. That takes us to Rennis. We'll shoot another arrow at her quarry. That is a hit, which deals 7 points of damage. Ozma lies on the floor in a pool of her own blood. Spectre 5. Going to... Let's see, it's going to shift right there. Make an attack against a Dokal. And it hits on a 22. 7 points of necrotic damage. Taking us to a Dokal.
Right. A Dokal will, in a motion as if ripping his shirt open, but of course it doesn't because he's wearing plate armor, transform in a grimacing face and teeth growing sharper and growing half a beard and all that stuff.
Love it. He suddenly grows a giant beard on his face.
Just turns feral.
Exactly. So that is one thing. The other thing is, as a minor action, he's gonna use Virtue.
Okay.
Which says
Some
you
have
spend
been healing surges.
Yeah.
Why
so,
is that's something with Fantasy Grounds. I don't know why it's doing
I have
that.
no clue. Yeah, I have no clue.
Okay, so there we go.
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't. Nah. He doesn't regain the wounds though.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So
Shoot,
just
what was
attempts
that?
instead.
How many temps is that? It's his healing surge value? Okay, so she
Yeah,
gets 16.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll get that fixed.
Gotcha.
That's some nice temps.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, and he's still bloody, so he will still get the regeneration.
Ooh, that's awesome.
And also, that was spending a surge, and will activate the battle standard.
Technically, yes.
Ooh, bringing her back to life.
I'm not sure why I cannot target anyone. Oh.
Ooh, my combat tracker's going crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of... I'll do the healing in a second. Let me just finish his turn first. So he's gonna attack number 5.
Okay. Oh, that was almost on a 20. That is a hit.
Ooh.
On a 22.
Gosh.
11 points of damage to Spectre 5.
Nice.
And that's his turn. I'm gonna see to the healing here.
All right. Taking us to Spectre 3. Alright, he's right there. This guy is going to shift over one. He's going to attack Vigor, a spectral hand reaching out. Try and scrape you. It misses. Spectre 6. 1, 2, 3. Going to attempt the same thing. A hand reaches out to you, Vigor. That misses as well. Spectre 2. 2, 3 is gonna go right there, and this will target Guy, Adokal, and Vigor. A spectral wail reverberates around, trying to deafen you guys. He gets a critical hit against Adokal. Misses Vigor. Deals 7 points of necrotic damage to Guy and none to Adokal, which is absorbed, but you are both knocked prone.
Well, dang.
Did you get your healing on there for Adokal?
Yeah, I
Okay.
got everything, I think, yeah.
Morn, you have received initiative.
Alright. I think I'm gonna do sudden slime there, which is... Oh, come on. Why won't it let me make... There we go. Figuring it out. Airburst 1.
The battle standard has gone.
Yeah, I was testing things because I couldn't target things. I don't know why.
So then...
Perfect.
So
Just
that's
like
fine.
that, Morn. No, you're doing great. That's exactly what you need to do.
Wisdom versus Fortitude.
All right. Wow. Spectre,
When did I miss?
Spectre 2. Oh, it's a different Spectre this time. Okay, Spectre 5 and Spectre 6 are both hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, it already got rid of them for me.
Yep. Automatically does that.
Oh, I don't know, maybe the zone was in the way. Now I can target things.
All right. 2 points of damage to both of them, and they are slowed until the end of your next turn. So make sure you hit that last effect. There we go. Perfect.
Sweet.
All right. That was your minor action. You still have a standard and movement.
Yeah, forgot about that. I will shift back here. And I will also move Rev here.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah, just my guy right there, and then that's it.
You still have a standard action.
Oh, I could have. Yeah, I suppose I could attack him. For some reason I thought I would. Do you mind if I still do?
Get it done.
Alright.
Yeah, that's
Ooh,
worth it.
take it.
There
take
you
it.
go. Boom.
Oh yeah. I could have used my +2 attack on that too.
Killed him.
Got him. Killed him.
Sweet.
Perfect.
So was there an extra effect?
No need.
The extra effect is pressure points. In addition to standard critical hit damage, the target is weakened. That won't stand because you killed him.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, Prashant is up.
Please don't
Kill those
die.
guys, so he's going to move right here
No.
and attack Spectre 3 with combat advantage. A longsword swipes out again. This one hits. Alright,
Hey,
so it
Got
deals
him.
2 points of radiant damage. Or no, just 2 points of regular
guy's a big
damage.
hitter.
If they survive the fight, they might level up to level 1.
Yeah. And it is marked until the end of Prashant's next turn.
They mark it? Are they crazy?
Osiris, you are up.
Alright, I will shift right here.
He's got
Target.
2 HP at the most.
Spectre 3. And then I will oath him. And then I will abjure undead with the double roll.
Okay.
Boom, baby. Take it. It hits.
That is a hit. All right.
Is he bloodied? Okay, so now I can use my Yakuza ruthless
Ruthless
demonstration.
demonstration. Okay.
Yes. And then
Enemies that
intimidate
can
him.
see you. Okay, so you bloodied an enemy that was adjacent to you. So it does the effect. Enemies that can see you take a -2 penalty to attack rolls against you until you are hit by an attack or until the end of the encounter. Also, if you bloodied the triggering enemy, you can immediately make an intimidate check against it to force it to surrender. Okay, so
Intimidate.
on the top right of the map, you see there's all those little buttons on top, the flag,
Yep.
and then there's the eye mask. If you hit that, it targets enemy units. Go ahead and click that.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
No.
Will detarget Reverend. So go ahead and hit the effect for Ruthless Demonstration. That'll give them the -2 to attack. There you go.
That's
now
awesome.
go ahead and make me an Intimidate check.
Right. So, intimidate. I've been waiting to use that ability.
A 5. That is insufficient. You give a terrifying display of force abjuring this undead creature, dealing massive damage to it, bloodying it with an attack, and a lot of the other specters see this, and you can see, even though they have very low in caring about the world, even they are like, okay, what the hell? Wow, that was powerful. And they take a -2 penalty to attack, but you fail to intimidate the Spectre 3 into actually surrendering.
Oh man, that would have been so epic. I feel sad about not completing that.
Still,
I'll end my turn.
still a very good, yeah. Okay, Malagar, you are up.
That's awesome.
Is she considered like a foe to the Spectre where she would be flanking?
Yes.
Or she's like still like a kind of a non-combatant? Okay, sweet. Then I will move here, 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 and then here.
Perfect.
Target Spectre 3. Riposte strike with combat advantage.
All right, that is a hit.
Yes,
Go ahead and roll
please.
damage. 8 points of damage. Spectre is still up.
And that's right on my turn.
Okay, Guy, what do you got?
Being prone sucks. I'm gonna freaking crawl over here.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack Spectre number 3.
That is a hit. Blessing of battle. Your giant greatsword just pokes up from the ground. You manage to kill the Spectre. It dissipates in a wisp of air, an echoing scream seeming to reverberate around the hallway from an... what would you call it?
to my knees, but you don't bring me to me grave.
There you go. Very nice.
Malagar get some resistance because he needs it.
A disembodied voice, that's what I was thinking. It's like a disembodied voice screaming out in pain. Alright, Vigor, what do you got?
Alright. I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave right there.
Okay. That hits all of them. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's awesome.
Dang, that's good.
5 points of
Spicy.
damage and they all get blasted away. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy goes straight down. Nice. Glad you took Thunder Wave back, huh?
Yeah.
That is a better ability.
And then I'll just... Actually, I'm gonna move.
Teleport.
Nope.
Do it! Do it!
I'm gonna move right there.
Okay.
Then in my turn.
Alright, Rennis is going to move up right here and shoot an arrow from her longbow. That is a hit. She manages to fell the creature, dissipating in the mist, the same disembodied scream. And she will mark Spectre. No, she can't, because it needs to be the closest. She'll mark Spectre 5 as her quarry. Ozma. Going to step up right here. And she will send a sunbolt, saying a prayer to Pelor as it strikes the creature, dealing 5 points of radiant damage, felling it. Adokal, what do you got?
Dokul's gonna stand up, and Ozma should have done the same.
Oh, yeah, she should have. My bad. That is my bad. She is prone.
Can Adokul move from here to here? Is that a possible movement? Or is that blocked by the portal?
That's blocked by the portal. The portal has a hard exterior around it.
Then he cannot charge, that he's just gonna move to here-ish somewhere. And he's gonna challenge the guy.
All
Could
right.
always move away and then charge in.
Yep.
Now you stood up, that's the point.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about the stand up.
Yeah, so he's gonna move there, challenge him. There, and... Ah, fuck it, he's 2 action points. He's gonna use an action point.
There we go.
And Holy Strike as well.
That is a hit. $11 points of damage.
Saying something along the lines of "Raw, raw, raw."
Lyle, how do you want to do this?
Yeah, he goes there, knocks on his incorporeal form with the back end of the sword, kind of dizzying them, and then just using the clawed, transformed hands and ripping viciously until there's nothing left but air.
Yes, very nice. So Adoko gives a bloody, or not bloody because they don't have blood, but a vicious display of savagery as his monstrous bestial form just rips apart this specter creature.
Very paladin-like.
Yes. You now stand in this chamber with the portal closed behind you, everybody breathing heavily. Ozma and Prashant going next to each other, grasping each other in an embrace and putting their foreheads next to each other, whispering some prayers to Pelor.
Alright, could I stand up? Is that a thing? Guy, I mean.
Guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah. All right. Congratulations, guys. You gained some experience for that fight.
And Guy would also use Healer's Mercy.
The last little, what would you call it? The last little remnants of the Shadowfell. All right, 146 experience points to everybody.
Nice.
Hey.
1,200 more. Get me to level up.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Where was all that healing coming from?
The Healer's Mercy.
Oh yeah. Okay, I thought it was coming from a rest or something. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, I would like to take a rest though.
Yeah, I gotcha. First off, Prashant finishes his prayer with Ozma, and he looks to you. It's been ages since I was in a good fight like that. Oh, you heroes. You really handled yourselves. Those are some fearsome creatures.
You too.
What were you doing, old man? Why would you charge into battle like that?
Well, I'm a paladin after all. And he looks, he kind of he moves his armor a little bit, kind of like adjusting it, even though it's fitting quite loosely, seeming to have fit a much more muscular man of his size. He's readjusting it, kind of seems to have hurt his pride a little bit.
You did well in battle, but you might want to leave it to someone younger.
That or hit the gym a little bit.
Your courage is commendable.
Thank you. He puts his longsword back in his scabbard, and he reaches out a hand and clasps you on the back of your shoulder, Osiris. He says, "It is good we have mighty heroes such as yourself. I can see your god's power shines through you quite brilliantly."
And if you have a friend called Jim, don't go hitting him just because we said so.
I'm not sure I quite understand the reference, young lad. And then Ozma steps up. Oh, I forgot how much the fights get my aches and my pains. She's kind of rubbing her legs a little bit. And then she looks up after a little bit and says, Harry did say you guys would be coming soon, probably.
You were expecting us?
Well, yes, your friend came running through, telling us of some portal in our basement that we hadn't uncovered. Of course, we got to the authorities straight away. They should be coming pretty soon. This is very foreboding. Right underneath our feet, Prashant. No, I knew your eyes were gone and your senses, but I didn't know they were this bad. You're the only one that goes in the cellar. And then right away they start bickering like an old married couple.
Shall we loot the bodies and dip?
Are there any bodies? They're specters.
Yep, they were specters, so they really wouldn't leave anything.
Left us with nothing.
Is there some dust?
How about some rest?
Rested.
I could go for a good rest.
Actually, some ale could help as well.
Yeah,
Ooh,
we should find a tavern.
I think it's upstairs.
Yes, certainly. I can pour you a cup upstairs. We have a space that you might be able to rest. We don't have a lot of cots, but I can get some things. Oh, come quickly. And then she starts moving along with Prashant back through the area.
guys right behind them.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you pick up your battle standard?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Malagar
If
will
you
be
need
last.
to be mentioned, I will try to remember it, but as a default, I won't leave it behind ever.
Okay. Right, Prashant and Ozma. Light up a torch, go up into the other chamber.
Is this another portal right here?
Yes, that is. Why is it not working?
Can I perceive anything about it?
Make me a... Let's see, what would that be? I think in 5th edition skills right now.
Arcana, probably.
Yeah, make me an Arcana check.
All right.
Alright, so you think this is a portal very identical to the one that was Sarshan's personal portal, requiring some sort of combination, but other than that, you really don't know.
Okay. I don't notice anything like any missing keys or anything on the side of it, like how to activate it.
Nope.
All right. I'll just go leave. I'll tell them, hey, there's another portal that looks like the one we came through.
All in good time.
Is this the basement?
Don't we have to crawl up that or something?
Nothing up here.
Yeah.
No, it's a cave.
So remember we had to tie some rope and
We had a fight here against some
yeah,
bats,
bats.
I think, back in the time. And yeah, the cliff is like poisonous stuff, but I think we determined that it only affects bloodied people, and
Yeah.
currently none of us
Yes.
Wait, I'm vegan right now.
Yeah, somebody just sent me through the fucking.
This way, fellas. I
I
found a
have
way
no
out.
idea where the hell we are right now.
Come over here. Come by me. Look for my shiny head.
I'm bald, motherfucker.
I can't move.
Did you try picking up your feet?
It worked. Thank you
I
for the
knew
advice.
it. You're just tired.
It's true.
Excuse me, old man. Can we bother you for some fresh brewed ale?
Certainly. Let me get it. And then you see Ozma actually... Whoa, what is going on here? Give me 1 second.
Sure.
There we go. So Prashant goes back behind to get some ale. Ozma fusses over in this room. Get some blankets and things. At least something to make waiting a little more comfortable. And she offers you, you can rest here until the authorities come. They should be here any minute. Let me know if I can get you anything to make your time a little more comfortable. And then Prashant comes by with some ales.
Take two. Guy takes two.
All right.
One for each hand.
When you taste the ale, and it's definitely not the best brew. It's just ale. Think Red Dog.
I mean, at
Red.
that point, ale is ale.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do, or?
Have more ale.
Okay.
More. And then some.
So he kind of just keeps pouring for you guys, and after a few minutes of Prashant and Ozma kind of fussing over you guys, making sure you guys are tended to, some dwarves burst through the door.
Will that count as a short rest?
You guys didn't say you were resting. Did you want to take a short rest?
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause you gotta say it.
Okay.
Okay. Short rest. So you guys can spend any healing surges you have left, but the healing surges are not they're not proccing quite correctly. So if you want to use a healing surge, let me know.
So I used mine with them on the main tab and it worked.
Yep, on the main tab it works, but for some reason it's not saving how many you've used. This guy you had used, let's see, I had you down for 7 out of 11, and then it keeps reverting back to 0. So you're at 8 now. Okay. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Orn uses one and Vigor uses one.
I'm good.
All right. Anyone else using any healing surges or no?
Nope.
I used one.
I used one.
Yep, I saw that. So I got that set up. Okay, so the dwarves they don't break through the door, but they come in and then right away the leader kind of comes up to you guys and starts talking loudly. Wait, what's the meaning for this? We're called to this talking about some gate in the basement.
Hi, there's some gates in the basement. Wanna have a look? I'll show you if you want to.
Hey, bring me to it. And as he gets closer,
You have an ale?
he kind of looks at you weird, expecting a dwarf from your accent, but just shakes his head very quickly, and then gives a smug like nod of the head, accepts the ale offering, takes a quick swig, downs it right away. All right, lead the way.
Alright, follow me then. And
You-
yeah, I'll turn the basement. Should I just drag the token all the way
Yeah,
there?
I was gonna say don't bother dragging your token all the way.
Okay.
All right, so you kind of show him underneath the passageway, the neat like rotating stone slab that brought to area 5, the tunnel to area 5 and down underneath and everything. And he and the rest of his troop of guardsmen talk to each other, talking much of like, oh, this is some serious business. There's a gate to the Shadowfell down here. Who knows how long it was down here? What the hell's going on and everything? Like, how was this down here without Prashant and Ozma? Roll me an insight check real quick, guy. All right, your time spent with dwarves has done you very well. You know how their minds work. They're very suspicious. Right away, you sense that their suspicions are on Prashant and Ozma. And you suspect that when they get back up, they're probably going to give them a bunch of trouble.
Alright. Help me out here. Do I remember Prashant and Ozma being not the bad guys, apart from the last fight here where they basically just were stupid?
Yes, you remember them as just being the people that ran the almshouse. They do not own the place. Sarshan owns this place. He was the old man in the corner that you met when you were first here. Prashant and Ozma are just old adventurers that were paladins that have retired, and they seek to give of their bounty to the poor. And they
I
were
honest folk.
completely unawares.
I will tell him that, and that actually Sarshan owns this place, and Sarshan. Goodness, Sarshan, I could tell you a whole big story about him, but this is not the right place. But we have to get to that at some point. But yeah, those two adventurers, they only run the place. They're actually not bad guys.
He looks at you with a suspicious kind of a squint of his own brows. He says, "Aye, Sarshan, we'll want to remember that name. Why don't we bring it to the council right away and you can report?"
Aye, let's do that if the council is ready.
He looks at you and sees that you're pretty battered from battle and everything. He says, "And maybe a good rest once you get there too."
Aye, and some more ale.
Surely we got plenty of that. And then the rest of the guards are kind of like snickering to themselves and giving elbows. All right. So you guys are brought back to High Hall.
As well as Prashant and the SRoU. Ozma. They're
No.
also brought back. No, okay.
Nope. The guards kind of pass them and they're looking their way, but they know that they can come back and get them if they need to. All right, let me situated. All right, all you guys are brought to High Hall once more, the high seat of this dwarven city. You enter in the entrance where you see these big doors. Guards open them. Pretend that is not a fist, that is a symbol of Moradin in the entry chamber. There are many figures all around the place, a lot of guards moving, some moving here and there, and some standing in place, just kind of watching the crowd. There's quite a few dignitaries. Most of the people here are all dwarves, and they are all dressed in fine clothing, telling you of the noble birth, or at least the richness of them.
These guys look pretty decadent.
All right, and so the guards usher you forth. Right this way. We'll get you an audience.
I'll follow them.
Yep, can we just follow them?
I'll bring you guys up.
Make a mean look at anyone who tries to intercept Malagar.
Okay. Malagar probably has his stuff on, which is hiding his skin.
Yes, yes. I'm always cloaked.
Okay.
And masked.
So many guards kind of look at him, give him a weird look, but they don't really know. But there are quite a few that understand because they have been here before and they know to be on the lookout for such a thing. But they are giving him a close watch. Nobody approaches.
Alright, the dwarves lead us further in, and we'll follow, I guess.
What the fuck is going on? Where are we?
There we go. Yeah, Morn would have no understanding of what's going on.
Relax, stay calm, don't panic. They don't like panic.
I'm not good at not panicking.
Ever since my dad left.
My dad never taught me how to not panic.
All right, so you are brought to just within the doors right here, and the leader dwarf says, "All right, we are right here." And then he goes through the door. You see a just momentary opening. There seems to be the council is in session with many dwarven figures inside, as well as a few other humanoids, densely populated by the dwarves in this city. After a few tense moments, the dwarf comes back outside, and he hails you all. Says, "All right, they're ready for you. Go on inside. You are ushered within, where you are each of you brought."
I remember this place.
Brought right here. And there are quite a few people in the stands and everything around, all regarding you. But most prominent are those up on this dais. There is a council of elders, all dwarves, very, very old, and all very richly dressed, very richly clad. One in the middle speaks up. "I understand it that you have some news to tell us, something important, something about some threat beneath the city. Please, do tell."
Guy will step forward.
Right.
And are those the same guys we have talked before to?
Yes, they are.
Well, it's so nice to see you again. So about this threat, it's, well, not exactly beneath the city. There's just portals to some dark, creepy realm they call the Shadowfell. And the threat is actually in there. But let's start at the beginning, shall we? You remember when we last time were here and we had fought off the attack at Overlook of the orcs and the assault of the valley from the orcs, right? We tracked down their leader called Modra, and we found out that he is in cahoots with this Shadowkai fella called Sarshan. Well, in some kind of connection, they didn't seem to actually be allies, but kind of. Anyway, we got him and we killed him, but stumbled upon on this huge army that's gathering in the Shadowfell. There's brewing something, I tell you. It's not good.
At the mention of the Shadowfell, quite a few whispers and low audible murmurs sweep around the chamber. And the council elders are all listening very intently. At your approach, they had all kind of nodded their heads in recognition to all of you. Most of you, except for Morn, because they do not know of him. And then you tell of this threat, this army in the Shadowfell. The elder speaks up once more, kind of putting his hands down for the crowd to hush. "These are some very grave tidings you bring us. Is there any proof of what you have seen?"
You can look at our wounds right here, and this didn't come from a bar brawl, you know. Other than that, I only have my word. And all of these guys as witness. By the way, that over there is an old friend, Moran Spiritus.
Hi.
Alright, he says. He responds, "Yes, 'tis not that I don't trust you, it's just these accusations weigh heavy. The city has just befallen of a raid from the orcs across the mountains, or something else much deeper and more darker to be brewing beneath our very feet. Some very ill tidings. It would be good if we had more information and more to go on. You don't bring anything from that realm."
Well, my friend over there just tossed some garments on the floor if you need some material. And yes, we can give you more details, but it will take time. And more memory that I, as a player, have. I would give him more details, though.
Alright. So, a
the
guard...
name of general and the numbers and the paths and how diverse the army was, hinting on how far the power of it stretches to collect such a variety of fighters and all that kind of stuff. How many weapons they had and how organized they were and, all that stuff.
Awesome. So the more you tell, the more the crowd kind of talks amongst themselves. The pitch and the decibel level kind of raising a little bit higher You can still definitely be heard because the audio of this chamber carries those from the center. And then a guard approach. Excuse me. Why do I always have to hiccup when we're in session? It's so annoying. Okay, so a guard approaches to pick up the garments that Malagar lays on the floor. And then he brings it to the council for them to look over. And they're kind of feeling it, looking through the stuff, and talking amongst each other in whispers that you can't hear. After a while, the center one speaks up. Aye, this is definitely from the Shadowfell. Kind of puts his head in his hand and groans a little bit. And you're sure that this threat is taken care of? Or is there more to be worried about?
Well, Modra's taken care of, and the orcs. This new threat is a threat against something. I have no idea what their plan was. They didn't tell. Could be that it's aimed at something completely else. But, you know, it was kind of in the vicinity, and they do have access to overlook through those portals.
So they could attack at any moment, and we only know of one of these portals? Do you know of any more?
So, the portals were not, you know, all over the place. They were kind of connected to each other. And we only found one on the mountain, on the volcano mountain there, and one in the tower, and we crashed the tower when we went out. So it could take them some time to recover from what we did to them. But it is a threat that we have to prepare for, I should think.
Did you...
Not me play or to decide these things. That's your guys' job.
Did you mention anything about the magma?
Yeah, I would have.
Okay, so you did tell him that the last you saw of the mercenary camp was that the magma had engulfed it, or no?
As far as I could see it, yes. I would have told that the magma took care of some encampment, but I mean the army is still there and probably just wasn't sitting around when the magma came and stuff.
Gotcha. Okay. So they whisper amongst themselves again, and they say, "It's good you have come again to the aid of this great city in the Elsir Vale. You shall be regarded as twice heroes of Overlook, friend to all dwarven kind, and those that shelter within the valley, in the lands that we hold dear in defense. We must hope that this threat is taken care of, that it has gone under the magma, and we will send our agents on it as best we can. I think it is safe that we start sending some agents around into the city to try and discover more of these portals, as well as digging up any information about this Sarshan fellow, whoever he may be."
I would appreciate it if you find anything, if you could inform us as well. It's kind of a pet peeve of me now. The guy's nasty.
Aye, we'll hail you whenever we find out any information. If we could ever use your talents, you have proven very useful, and I'm sure you will find many others in the city that would love to employ you. You have shown to be great adventurers, able to take care of yourselves very well.
Hi. I will also speak up for my special friend over here, Malagar. He was not treated very well last time we were here. And I walk back to him and lay my hand on his shoulder. He's proven once and again and again and again he's trustworthy.
At this, there is even more audible whispers reverberating and waving around the chamber. Even some of the council members kind of have narrowed eyes, and they're all regarding you. He takes a long pause before speaking on this. But finally, he breathes in, stands up. Aye, last reception wasn't too well. But you know us dwarves. Our suspicions run deep. It is in our own defense. We have been through much as a people. And the only thing to ward against more terror and more evil is constant vigilance against those that would endanger us. But
As
to
it
you,
should be, aye.
but to
Moradin
you,
himself says, the Forge Father himself says, be harsh, but be fair. This one has proven his worth.
aye, well spoken, Sir Knight. So to that I say to you, Malagar, the Drow, you are a friend to those in the Vale. You are a friend to the city. You have proven much. I extend my hammer out to you in friendship if you will take it.
And my dagger to you.
Oh, shit.
There's so much whispering around the chamber. It is almost deafening. At this, that you guys all kind of sense. Some are in favor, but there's still a lot that are kind of like, what the hell? This is a drow. And the High Counselor speaks up. Thank you. I hope you take my apology to heart, and let it be known to everybody that Malagar the Drow is a friend of the Vale and will be treated as such. And the
Both of our
whispering.
race's memories are long. I hold no grudges in this instance.
I will trust you at your word.
Malagar, show them your face, so they may remember you, so no other drow can take your name and besmudge it.
Show them them teeth.
Slowly drop the mask and then flick the hood back.
The whispers go nuts, and some exclamations. The High Council members, quiet! Quiet, all of you, I say! And it slowly kind of disperses, and everybody is able to regard Malagar. Go ahead and describe how your character looks for us.
Very short, chopped hair. Looks like it was rough cut with a dagger. Piercing lavender eyes with charcoal gray skin. And very strong, defined featured. Angled face, angled ears, angled eyes, angled eyebrows.
Very, very strong features. And this is probably the first time that all of you. Malagar, you see Rennis's eyes open wide, and she seems absolutely dumbstruck.
And even the token shrank away from him.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't think that's the right size. I'm just making sure it's got that. Okay. So the council member.
My eyes flicker to her, but they don't betray any worry.
Okay. So the council member speaks up one last time. All right. So let's get to it. We have some work to be done. If you guys would like to stay within High Hall to rest, I think you have earned it. And then some.
Hell yeah.
Thank you very much. I would rather prefer a tavern with lots of ale, though.
You are in a city of dwarves, friend. If you think we don't have barrels off in the corner, you don't know.
In that case, I'll take you up on the offer.
Let's tap those babies. Keg party.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So then you guys are all escorted out as one of the guards is kind of given direction to open up a cask, a special cask for you guys.
Nice.
Oops. Oh. And you leave the hall to see Khaled waiting for you outside.
Oh, we actually just see what he looks like now? He has a profile.
Yep, it works now. So this is Kaladin. This is Kaladin the Paladin.
Wow.
Yes, Kaladin the Paladin.
He comes over and he's wearing the garb of a guard.
Nice.
And he's nicely taken care of. The top of his head is still shaved off, but he's growing some stubble of his beard back because he had it ripped off before. It seems to have healed a little bit over. Oh, friends! He comes in and he kind of grabs you all close and tries to give you all a hug at once. Good job! And then he's shaking all your hands, and then he stops in front of Malagar and kind of does that hands on his hips thing like, you, I knew you would win him over. And then he holds out his hand for a special handshake.
Malagar returns it.
He grabs on tightly and brings you in. Well done, lads, well done. Twice saviors of Overlook.
Oh.
Your reputation precedes you.
Malagar's clearly uncomfortable, but accepts it.
Don't all speak up at once.
You smoking here?
Malagar, just as a fair warning, you have earned a great deal of respect, and publicly everybody will respect you if you ask them, but between you and me, still in the shadows, they may be hating you a lot and have, their own ideas about your loyalty and everything. Just be careful not to, don't let it go to your head.
Of course not.
Right. Let's have some ale now.
Let's party.
All right, so you guys are brought over to a side room by Khaled. All right, come here. I've got a special store to show you guys.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Special store, you say?
Yep, he actually... If you want to stop moving, I'll release your tokens.
Oh yeah, that works.
There we go. Okay, now you can move freely.
Ooh, I like that.
He comes in and displays his arms around wide, and he's like, welcome to the Merchant Ale Store. You get everything in here if you haven't noticed. And then you see a bunch of barrels, like some different colors and everything. They all have labels. Storm Stout and Alehouse Brew and everything like that. Take your pick. Which one do you want, lads?
Can never swig it all of them.
Oh, if only. He kind of nudges you but says, no, you only get one, but you have a full barrel to you if you wish. You can bring it to your room and you can pour it yourself. Or else we can have retainers bring it to you.
Let me have a look. And he will take his time looking for a very special one.
All right.
We
What
want
about you?
some strong shit.
What about you, Osiris? What are you up to?
I want the retainer to bring one up to my room.
All right. Viger, what would you like?
Same as Osiris.
All right. Morn. What are you doing right
Trust
now?
whatever guy's choices.
All right. How about you, Malagar? Anything special you would like?
I do not wish to appear ungrateful, but do you have any wine instead?
Khaled looks kind of hurt at this a little bit. He says,
Phase.
I'm sure that we could find some wine around here somewhere. Not sure where we keep it, but I'll find it for you. He gives you a reassuring nod.
I give him a nod back.
All right. And you guys are now escorted to a room where you may spend the night to sleep and drink some of your finest dwarven ale.
Ooh, fire.
All right, so we will finish an extended rest.
Nice. Love it.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a water.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
right, so you wake up the next day, the next morning, to a lot of things kind of laying out for you, almost treated like royalty right now, where you have new linens and some clothes and everything, and you find that when you try them on, they fit perfectly, which is kind of weird. You have no idea how they know your sizes, but kind of tells you something about the power and influence and the resources at the disposal of the High Council.
I mean, Guy doesn't really wonder about it. He drank his ass off and he was out like a light. They could have taken measurements anywhere. He wouldn't have noticed.
They even know your dick size. Okay.
Two-hander.
And so,
Two-hander.
basically, right now, you have free reign of Overlook. You can go to any locale you wish, any shops or anything. If you open up the city map of Overlook.
I'm gonna go to a magic shop.
All right. Magic shops in Overlook. We have... let's see. I have to try and find... Elseer Consortium is a really good shop. It's kind of like your all-inclusive everything.
All right. Just reading in the chat that Maloriger went to Renus before bed. Do you want to roleplay that?
We can do that later.
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually gonna speak to you afterwards, Malagar. We can do any specific roleplay on that in the Discord if you want. If you're okay with that.
That works.
Okay.
Yep. I don't want to waste the group's time with solo play.
It's entertaining, so I'm totally fine to listen for a while. But that's a steal.
Try to listen to some elf porn.
Now let's move on for now. I'm sure everyone's excited to go shopping.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure Elseer Consortium is kind of the best.
Yep, that's where I want to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stoneholm Treasure. Okay, so there's another shop, Stoneholm Treasures, which is more just a general goods. But yeah, okay, Elseer Consortium. You guys make your way to the shop. As you walk inside, when you're on the streets, you actually see some people exiting the shop. Everybody please make me a perception check real quick.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So Adokal and Morn, please make me insight checks. Okay. All right, so you enter into the shop to see a wealthily clad dwarf in robes, fine robes and everything, wearing jewelry and some stuff, talking to one of his aides. All right, so you know what to do. You got to get it all together and put it all in that. I'll need that in the ledger and everything. And then at the sound of the door opening, he turns to see all of you. He says, "Oh, boy, I'll be back with you. and a younger dwarven lad is kind of helping him and everything. And he walks over to you with arms splayed wise. Ah, the twice heroes of Overlook, you have finally made it to me humble shop. And he kind of bows low a little bit. What can I do you for? What is it you need? I have everything.
We would like magic items.
Magic items I have. What are you looking for? He kind of looks at you, sees that you wield a giant two-handed falchion sword, and he's like, I have a few of those. And then he goes in the back of his shop. Anything anyone else kind of wants or is looking at?
Maybe some health potions.
All right.
What is your price on health potions?
I got 4 of them, Warren, if you want a couple.
You get 4. You can keep them. What's everybody else looking like for potions?
I think I have 2. Let me check.
Maybe I'll just get 1. Just
You
to
can
have
never have
something.
too many potions, bro.
Yeah. Depending on how much they are.
Okay, so a health potion, he responds back, says, health potions, that'll be 50 gold pieces.
Yep, I got 1 health potion.
I'll take 2.
Right.
Zeke.
So if we're like knocked down or dying, we can drink a potion?
Yeah.
Or does someone
So
else give us a potion?
Someone else has to administer it to you.
Okay. Nice, okay.
Oh, let's see. 2 health potions, 50 gold. You have 518.
I got some shit in the bag too if nobody wants that I'd like to try and sell.
Yeah, sell them.
Okay.
Sell whatever is not useful.
Does anybody want a javelin?
We should sell all of Adoku's armor.
No, I will not let you guys do anything
I'm
with
just
a
kidding.
local. That will not be happening.
So what kind of javelin?
It's just a javelin.
All right,
don't
Warren, I
use
got you
javelins.
your potions of healing. Malagar's looking for amulet of protection, flow form, leather armor, +1, and rhythm parrying dagger.
I got a quiver, quarterstaff, just a regular longsword, a javelin, a ruby gemstone. I don't know if we fucking want that.
Anything you want to sell, drop in the party sheet inventory
Keep the ruby.
on the parcel items. So on the very top right, where you see like the combat tracker, right next to the combat tracker, there's that eye and then the 3 people. If you click on that, that opens a party sheet. If you open the inventory tab, you should be able to drop items into the parcels.
Okay. So
Anything
nobody
you
wants quarterstaff, quiver, longsword, javelin.
Yep,
So
anybody
if
that
they're
wants
not
to
magic-
sell stuff, go ahead and do that.
Sell those.
I mean, I'm not gonna make financial decisions for Adoku while I'm just playing his character, but he could use a javelin. He doesn't have a ranged option. In
Yeah.
case he,
I can- I
has
can give it to
attack
him.
someone far away.
I would give a Dokul javelins.
So can I just click on him and then give it to him then? On his,
Drag and drop the
you have to
javelin
put the
onto his
party-
character.
in the party sheet?
Yep.
I don't think that works. Yeah, give it to the party sheet. He can take it out of the party sheet.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Maybe
I'll
Put it
just
in
put
the-
it in the invent. Yeah.
Yep, put it in the party sheet inventory. And I can take care of it. How many do you have?
like-
Just one?
Just one.
Clay statuette. What is that?
Oh,
How did it go? Did you get rid of it?
I took it.
Yeah, guy got it.
Oh, guy has it.
No, I took it from the party.
Okay, I see.
yeah.
Because I was gonna do it
put it
for
in-
Dokul. I got it. I figured it out.
Right. Do I put exclamation mark weapons or something to the location? Or your sorting is a little bit cool.
That's just what I did it to make it easier to find like weapons and armor and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of what I was doing. Exclamation point weapons. All right, so he comes back. I'm just gonna get Malagai because he has specific things. Rhythm paring dagger. He says, "All right, a blade of that type of enchantment will run you level 3 enchantment for 680 gold pieces."
I hold out my duelist dagger, as in trade.
He looks at it and he's, May I inspect?
I nod and hand it to him further.
Okay, so he takes it and he kind of moves it around. He's kind of dexterous with his fingers, moving around, feeling the balance and everything. And then he makes a cutting stab on some material and everything. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I'll make that trade if you wish.
Excellent.
When he hears your voice, he kind of narrows his eyes. Do you have your stuff on right now, or did you take it off? Did you leave it off?
Am not. I'm no longer wearing.
Okay.
The hood or the mask for now, anyway.
So he hears your voice, and his eyes get kind of narrow. He says, shudders a little bit. Hey, excuse me, I just never heard one of your kind speak before. I've only ever heard nightmares. And then, let's see. I'll get to it later because I have to input the item type and everything. But you have a rhythm dagger. Okay. All right, Osiris, any type of weapon you are kind of looking for?
Either another multiple die, basically another falchion, or like a high crit, like a high damage single dice. You know,
I mean, like an enchantment
or something.
Like an enchantment.
Oh,
so there's like
okay.
level. You can buy up to level 6 enchantments in shops.
Oh, okay.
There's
so
like
a life drinker.
Yeah, you could if you wanted to.
Yes. Do you have a life drinker falchion?
All right.
Or
So that is
Morax.
level 5. He says, a life drinker enchantment. Oh yes, I got one of that. He brings out a big falchion or a maul. Also, he has a maul if you wish. Life drinker weapon. 1,000 gold pieces for one of these level 5 enchantments.
So the maul is a 1d10 or 1d12?
The maul is a 2d6. The falchion is a 2d4, but it has the high crit. So whenever you crit, it deals more damage.
I want the maul.
Okay. The
Yes.
life drinker maul. You have 1,000 gold pieces.
I have 900. Can I?
I can borrow you some if you
offer-
want.
Ooh, yes. If yeah, let me
So
get
he has
that.
921.
Morn, can you bot me
79.
79 gold pieces, my friend?
I can do that for you.
All right, thank you.
Alright. You're at 339 gold pieces, Morn.
Thank you.
And you go down to 0 gold pieces, Osiris.
Worth it. Worth.
Alright, so now you have the Life Drinker Maul.
I would
Let's
like to
see.
equip.
Amulet of Protection and Flowform Leather Armor.
I like to sell my current leathers as well.
Okay. Amulet of Protection you could buy at level 6 for 1,800 gold pieces, or at level 1 for 360.
Level 1.
He says, we might have a few of those in stock. Give me a second. He goes in back, and then you hear him kind of yelling at his aide. away! Oh, you're in my way. Always in my way. He comes back and then he brings out this amulet and he's just all smiling, kind of pretending like, acting as if like he doesn't think you guys would be able to hear him yelling at the guy at all. All right, 680 gold pieces. Did you get that or no?
Wait, 680?
600.
Like...
Oh, sorry, 360 gold pieces.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
right.
my bad.
Yes.
Did you get the total already or do you want me to?
I'll subtract it.
Okay. It should be 781. And you now have Amulet of Protection +1. And lastly, you want to sell your current armor?
Yep.
The leather
So
armor?
unfortunately, I am just slightly short on the gold front in order to buy the leather armor, and I'm hoping that selling the other items that we have will get me there.
Okay. Flow form leather armor. That is 840. Okay, so you would need
Need around
49.
35.
You're at 781 gold pieces, so you need 49.
But I have 248 silver as well.
Okay.
So that's another 24 in there.
Yeah, you're right. So you can convert the silver pieces. That's 8.
Like
Plus 24, that
805.
takes you to, yep, 805. Okay.
I didn't get the life drinker.
Yeah, I don't have it made yet. I have to make it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Malagar needs 35 gold pieces to afford the flow form. Let's sell these items. So he looks at them. He looks at them. Is there anything magical in there?
Shadowfell garments. And then life painting, the one that like keeps flickering and whatnot.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna take the clay statuette out. The whoops, not like I meant to do. Ruby gemstones in the painting, because those will be sold for full price, whereas everything else is kind of hand-me-downs. So those will be at 8%. Okay, so for everything regular that is generic, he looks them over and he's kind of scratching his beard, thinking about it a little bit. Says, "How about 15%?"
We're cities of the. We're heroes of the city. Come on, you can afford 20.
Make me a perception check, or not a perception, a persuasion.
Diplomacy then.
Diplomacy.
Diplomacy.
Yep. I'll get it one of these times. He gives a grumble like, you know what? You're right. I'll give you a 20%. Easy. Deal? Hands out his hand.
Yeah.
Alright, so you clasp it. You manage to sell all those items for 20%, gaining 19 gold pieces and 7 silver pieces. Yeah, the 10 items sold for 2 silver pieces and 18 gold pieces, and then you have the painting, ruby gemstone, and the clay statuette, which will sell for 100%. You found those. Those sell for 602 gold pieces, so you now have 621 gold pieces, 7 silver pieces split amongst you.
I have a painting too.
Nice.
Did you put it in the party sheet?
I didn't know if we needed it or not. I didn't, because it didn't have a thing.
There was that
If I
live
could sell it, I'd love
painting.
to.
All right. One more thing,
Okay.
selling. That's another 250 gold pieces.
Ooh, nice.
All right, so y'all get 42 more. So Malagar, you definitely can afford those flow form leathers at plus
I would
one
like them
for
very much, please.
840.
Can you give Morn the gold that I borrowed from him? I don't know how much it was.
79. Right.
79.
Did you already get your gold pieces, Malagar? At 110?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
How much did you borrow him, Morn?
I think 79.
Yeah, you're right, 79.
Yep.
You're at 563. And
Plus
Osiris.
the 20 GP interest.
I appreciate
Wait, no,
the
it's
loan.
supposed to be... Yeah, that's right. 145
good,
minus
Osiris.
79. So Osiris,
For the
you're
good
at
of the
66 gold pieces.
Nice. Better than 0.
All right. So this dwarf is kind of rubbing his hands. He's smiling. He's happy as all can be. Anything else I can do for you? I'd love to outfit each and every one of you, the heroes of Overlook, wearing Elsyr Consortium wares. Oh, that would be my dream. Making sure you guys are outfitted with everything you need to continue your adventures.
I think
I don't
I'm
really
good to go. You guys need anything?
So out of character speaking, what do you think, guys, about Wave Strider enchantment ritual?
What's that?
Yeah.
Wave Strider.
No idea.
Okay, so the thing is, I cast it for 10 minutes and then it has a duration of 1 hour, and basically I and every ally within the range can move on water for an hour. We can just walk on water as if it were solid ground.
Yep.
Ooh.
You basically gain water walking from completion of the enchantment of the
So-
ritual.
The point is the component cost. It costs nothing to cast it. We only have to have a magic item for it, which is Wave Strider boots. So I could cast it basically as often as we would like that. Just walk on water for an hour at any point. Not sure how much it could use. You could use that because I'm not sure how
Well,
we're
that's-
gonna walk on water. But
Yeah.
That's the thing, is there could be that one time where it just winds up being wildly useful,
Yeah.
or it could be
How much?
completely unused.
How much for him?
So the ritual costs 175, and then the boots cost 840,
Mm,
which brings it to 1,015 gold, which I don't have.
mm,
So I'm not sure about this. Not sure.
I think we should pass for now. Wait until it's cheaper compared to how much money we have.
Yeah.
You really want them?
yeah.
Because
Hold
I
on,
think
hold
there are
on,
much.
hold on, heroes. Hold on. I tell you what, I carry enough magical boots. Not very many people buy the Wave Strider. I could give you a special discount if we can come to some sort of deal.
Hmm.
Interesting.
What kind of discount you talking?
I could give you 20% off the price if you agree to talk about Elsyr Consortium to anybody across the lands and any of your adventurers. I'll just ask that I put a badge of my seal upon some of your garments, so that when people ask, you can tell them Elsyr Consortium and tell them my name.
That does sound fair for me.
Sounds fair. 25% is a good deal.
25%, yeah.
You did say 20 though. But nice try.
I heard 25%.
for the mere 40% off, right?
Go. I don't know about wearing their patch everywhere. You know,
Oh, but it
cramping my
doesn't,
style, man.
doesn't cost you any money. It's just branding, you know, us merchants.
I'll wear the patch. It's not bothering my cloth armor.
Patch that's not bothering me either. And if he gets some business from us, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
All right, it
I am
needs to
not
be.
some town crier.
But we
That's
are
all right.
friends, correct?
Yes.
For the moment.
I barely know you.
Perhaps. Perhaps the more customer he gets, the steeper discount that we'll get in future purchases.
It
You know
just
what I mean?
amazes me that you guys never ask for names. Never introduce yourself, never nothing.
I did introduce Morin
Yeah, that's true.
to the council.
Ah.
Names are fleeting. I meet many people.
'Tis but only a trinket I ask. I only ask that all of you wear them, or else no deal.
But man,
Malgar.
25% is a lot of gold, guys.
How are you feeling?
20%.
20.
I think if it was 25, it would make us a lot more comfortable.
So just to get this clear, you say 20%, meaning 80% off the price?
Oh, no, nothing of the sort. 20% off the price, so you would be paying the 80% and wearing my patches.
We're a pretty fucking big deal. You realize that? We're pulling in a lot of frickin' talk. If we were to wear your patches,
Who exactly do you think you're talking to, boy?
I have
I
no
am
idea.
the
I never asked for
owner.
your name.
I am the owner of this shop. The entire city knows of the Elseer Consortium, and they knows the strings I pull. I would watch your words right now.
Wear the damn patches.
Is Malgar gonna wear the
Sleep
patches?
over it. Decide in the morning.
Aye, the deal will stand, and you,
Malgar does.
any time you wish to come back, we can shake on it. And I
Alright.
will have the patches ready.
All right.
Thank you for your business and your interesting proposal.
Surely. Come back anytime, like I said. The heroes of Overlook are always welcome at the Elseer Consortium.
Aye. Shall we be on our way then?
I hope we gave Malagar enough time to just steal the boots. No, just kidding.
We'll know once the owner starts running out yelling.
You always gotta deny the first sponsor. You gotta wait.
Alright.
You know.
Let him see.
All
what-
right.
Yeah, fuck that patch.
So as you guys are exiting, you see the town busy and bustling around you. Where else would you like to go?
To a different item shop and ask for 25% off.
For their badge.
You know,
I don't know.
Murdy's, which is a gaudy shop. Over number 12.
Is there another like competing shop with that one, like neck and neck?
Not that you guys know of. It's pretty much anything you need. You go to the Elseer Consortium. There's a few knick-knack shops around, but that's really like the only place in Overlook. Seems to have created kind of a monopoly.
I see.
Stonehome Treasures number 9 is an option as well. That's more general goods.
What about clean sheets?
If you want.
I want to get sponsored by Clean Sheets.
So one thing you'd notice as you're walking around the city, there are quite a few guards patrolling. They're entering establishments. There's some yelling and arguing, but they always manage to get their way and they enter the premises. And if you spend any time watching, you notice it takes them a while. Anyone can make me a streetwise if they wish.
I'm not so streetwise. Just bookwise.
All right, Malagar. You reason pretty well that they're searching. You know that they are entering under like some type of warrant from the High Council themselves to search homes. And you can only surmise that it's likely they are searching for the Shadowfell gates, like they spoke.
Right.
I saw some figures going into the last shop or leaving the last shop that kind of seemed a little suspicious.
I whispered to the rest of the party. It seems the council is good on its word. They're searching throughout all the houses for these portals, although it doesn't seem the locals like it very much.
Actually, come to think of it, I would like to buy some ritual components.
All right. You going back to Elsevier Consortium or just a general?
Just somewhere where I can buy it.
All right. What type of ritual components?
I would have to look it up. It's for they're sorted by key skill, and
Okay.
this is for healing, for heal as a key skill.
Okay, so you want to compile that list for me and just like send it to a message in Discord, and I can take care of it off.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Anything else you would like to do in the day before you guys take a rest?
I don't know. I don't
I'm
think so.
good. Just take a rest.
I'm good.
Is there some dueling Malagar could get into?
Dual wielding?
No, dueling. Like, fights.
Gotcha. You could definitely pick a fight in this town somewhere. There is D is the Forge Works, where a lot of the middle class artisans and tradesfolk and everybody lives, as well as let's see.
Well,
what would there be?
I'm thinking like, kind of like arena fighting almost.
Okay.
Or like
Arena
underground.
Yep, you would probably definitely be able to find like a tavern that hosts like bare knuckle brawling and stuff like that. If you talk enough around town, you could probably find one.
Not good with my fists. And they probably don't sanction weapons, so that's probably a bad idea.
Yeah. There could be some like throwing knife contests on you're good with dexterity.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Like contests like that, yeah.
Let's do that. There we go.
All right, walking around town, you find a tavern that hosts such events. There's like a little back area with like wood targets and stuff like that. People throwing axes, people throwing knives and shit like that.
See if they have some sort of a competition or tournament going on.
All right, go ahead and roleplay it out.
Walk into the tavern. My hood and mask are still down. I approach the barkeep.
All
I
right.
hear this is the place to go if you want to sling some steel.
As you walk in, there is a very audible kind of lack of talk and chatter as it just dissipates and everybody turns their head and sees you. A lot of frightened looks, but they're like no one's rushing away. Just as they are frightened and afraid, it seems like they are very curious and want to know more about the drow that is the supposed savior of the Vale. And the barkeep responds, yeah, it's in back.
Thank you. Walk around the keep and head on back.
All right, so you open
Not
up
the keep, but the bar.
Yep, you open up the back door to see a few figures throwing knives in back and axes and everything. At the opening of the door, some look, some are still throwing, and there's the sound of metal hitting wood and such things, and a few of them stop. Kind of the same reaction. The murmurs kind of die down, and they're all kind of looking at you wide-eyed. The same types of looks.
I stop just in the doorway and look around. Is there anyone like in charge of the range, or is it just kind of a free-for-all?
There looks to be a guy that's holding a bunch of papers, and he's got like maybe a pencil. Did they have pencils at that time? I don't know. Something to like mark papers and shit, and he's got a couple stuff like a ledger around him.
Chalk, I
Quill and
guess.
ink.
Yeah, quill and ink. Yeah,
Charcoal.
stuff
There you
like
go,
that.
charcoal. Yep. I walk up to him.
He looks up and starts. Wait, you're the savior, aren't you?
Yes. I'm looking to earn some money.
Oh,
Pretty
thank
good with the
Moradin's anvil. Oh, gave me quite a fright, boy. Well, you came to the right place. There's 10 gold piece buy-in.
What's the wager?
Well, best target 2 out of 3. Challenge somebody and place a wager on it. It's just a minimum of 10 gold.
Fair enough. I take out 10 gold and like place. Is he on it like a table or something?
Yeah, he's got like a table and surfaces around him.
I drop it on the table.
All right, as you drop it on the table, some guy walks by. He's a very rough-looking character. Many would think criminal. He's got patchy beard and very, very thin, a little bit above average height and lanky. He's got some long limbs. You think you can beat me? I'm the long-standing champion around here.
I give him like an up-down, measuring him up. Let's see what you got.
He takes out his hands and like in one fluid moment, in one fluid motion, like little knife daggers kind of sprout from in between his fingers as he holds it up, kind of like a cat's paw. Says, "You can shoot first." You're right over here. Points to a stump that he had been throwing on, and there's a bunch of daggers buried in the very center, and they're all very tightly grouped up around the bullseye. He pulls them all out. After you, Savior.
Are we others there as well?
I'm sorry, what?
Are we others there as well?
None of you said anything, so I'm assuming Malagar's here by himself. Okay, Malagar, so what we can do is we can do some dexterity checks. Basically contested.
Okay. Well, that's a good start.
Like hell yeah.
Alright, go ahead and throw another one. That first one is like right in the bullseye. Second one is still in the spread, but is a little further off to the top right.
Another one?
Yep. 3 at a time. All right, second one. Roll me a d6. All right, it's still pretty close, but off to the side. So we'll say that you got, let's see. $53 points. Now this guy will go. Or why don't we just roll a straight d20 and whatever you get is your score? That would make sense.
Well, the dexterity has
Yeah,
to
you're right. Yep.
something, right? So I would basically say just add up those dexterity checks.
Yeah, why don't we just do that? Okay, so Malgar, you're at 60. He rolls 18, a 20, and a 23.
That's gonna be close.
So he's at 61, 60 to 61. He grabs his and then turns around, kind of snickering, looking around at everybody like he got one up on you. But you still kind of get the sense that he's a little bit shaken. That was a really good first 3 throws. All right, go ahead and throw me 3 more.
Just roll 3d20 plus 24, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that
All
last
right.
one though. Oh.
122. Oof. 22, 20, and 10. So he got 113. You are beating him. He gives a grimace. Lost one. Go ahead and roll me 3 more.
At this whole time, I'm not saying a single word.
How much did you wager beforehand, by the way? He would have put up 20 gold pieces. Did you want to check, or did you want to...
If you put up 20, then I'll match him.
Okay, so you got 30 gold pieces on this. If you win, you take home 60. All right, 12, 23, 14. 171. Oh, I think you got it. 11, 8, and 9. All right, 171 to 141. You managed to win. And the rest of a lot of the people are like, oh my god, you know? And then the guy's just like pissed. He ends up scowling and swearing and just leaving the area. You have won 60 gold pieces on top of, after what you wagered, so you would have wagered 30. So plus 30, so you're at 140.
All right.
Well done. All right,
I walk over back to the table, silently grab my cash, and just walk on out.
As you reach to grab it, he kind of pushes the coins forward, doesn't touch you, kind of moves his hands before you can grab it, and says, well done, hero.
I just give him a nod and walk off.
All right. What are the rest of you guys up to? Are you getting ready to fall asleep? Or what's going on?
Drinking some beers, I guess.
Finishing up that.
Ales and.
All right. You guys are drinking at the local tavern.
Tavern crawl and retelling the story over and over, and more ale and more taverns. And
all right. So
you go to sleep.
Malagar is off doing his own thing. The rest of you are at the bar as you are drinking, and you're a few deep. Everybody, please make me a saving throw. Add your Constitution modifier to it.
Saving.
So just roll a D2. Never mind. Just roll a Constitution check. That would work. Man, thinking this 5th edition and 4th edition at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Could also been endurance.
I'm fucking wasted.
All
we
right.
get fucked.
So, Adokal needs to do one as well.
Morning Osiris or lightweights.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we drank.
All
He's
right.
fine.
Oh wow.
Fine.
Okay.
Usually he's
Adokal,
a drunk one.
Adokal is just kind of putting him away. Same with Viger. Viger, even he doesn't look like it, but he can put away some alcohol. Guy, you're doing very well too, but you seem to be lagging a little bit behind, maybe from the wear and tear of your time within the Shadowfell. Osiris and Morn, you're pretty much on the floor right now. You're just having a difficult time keeping up. All right.
Holy fuck.
Having a great time.
Oh.
Another patron comes by. A human this time. Oh, you're them heroes, right?
Hi, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, we
yeah.
got heroes here with us. Oh goodness.
No, we're drunk heroes is even better.
Oh,
You want Osiris's autograph?
what's the autograph?
Autograph?
Cyrus is the one over there on the floor.
Blue one?
Osiris? Oh, he's the blue one? Who's the
Yeah,
pink?
he's
Who's the pink one over here? And then he points at Viger.
you don't want his autograph.
Yeah,
That's bigger.
that's an autograph?
His
Oh,
name's
his name is bigger,
autograph.
not autograph.
He likes it. He likes to graph people.
Yeah, he kind of gives a weird look. His eyes squint up, like his mind is in overdrive. The hamsters just aren't working. He's where are you from? I don't even know what language you're speaking. I know Dwarven. I know Common. I don't know what these words are. And then his face kind of he just kind of goes off in his own world as another patron comes by, an old dwarf. He's kind of clapping you guys in the back. He's like, "Hail the heroes! You enjoy the brew? 'Tis a strong one. Cheers!" Raises up his mug.
Hi, cheers.
Not
Cheers.
strong enough.
Whoa, we got a live one here.
I am lit.
You tell me what you doing in Overlook? What are your travels bringing you to?
We're saving the valley.
In the world.
Oh, saving the valley from what? You took care of all the threats. Hear about some Shadowfell business beneath the city. What's that all
There are
about?
more. There are always more threats.
Oh, to be sure. You guys must be in high demand. Got your name out there. What you call yourselves? You got a band name or anything?
So there are all
our
kinds of
people.
threats, and we're kind of, defending against these threats. So I think our name is We Don't Want to Buy That Carpet. see, because it's made out of threats, and we don't
Oh
want
my
it.
God. he just looks at you and he's like, "What the hell is wrong with this guy?" And he says, "We don't want to buy them carpets." Right?
We don't want to buy the carpet. Exactly.
He says, "Hey, I'm just a smithy. I don't know anything about the adventurer's name. Maybe it'll catch on. Anyway, I'm sure you're in high demand. You got any other contracts coming out? You must be."
Probably soon. First the drink, though. Cheers.
Cheers. Then he clinks glasses with you. And now the drunk man speaks up again, and he's like, I never seen anything like you before. What are you?" And he's kind of getting all up in your business, Viger, and kind of like poking you, getting way too close. You can smell the alcohol in his breath.
What am I?
Yeah.
I'm a god. You should bow down to me.
he like his eyes are adjusting to the light that's shown way too bright. He just gets really wide-eyed, and his neck kind of shrinks back. You're God? What's your name? Have I heard you?
You've never heard of me. My name is Vigar.
Vigar? Praise be to Vigar. And then he kind of puts his hands out, and then he gives a very deep bow, and then stumbles on himself because he gets way too low, and he's drunk as fuck, drunk as a skunk, falls on the ground, and the rest of the bar patrons kind of laugh at this. And he's just on the ground, his head is spinning like, praise be to Vigar.
If any one of you guys plays a new character, play that one. I like that one.
Can I use my prestig? I don't even know how you say that word.
Prestidigitation. Yep.
And soil his crotch region.
So as he's on the ground going, praise be to Vigar, it looks like this big piss stain is just soaking his breeches, and all the patrons, some of them are laughing even louder now, some of them are like, oh, get out of here, Clyde, he's pissed his pants again.
See, he's the drunkest one now.
The drunkest. Oh, but be a good band name for us either, too.
The drunkest.
The drunkest.
People.
That is a good party name.
All right, so you guys are kind of making fun with all the rest of these bar patrons, kind of dipping on into the night, and it's getting late. Finally, it is well into the night, well after midnight, probably 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. And the barman behind the bar finally calls last call. Says, "All right, gonna close it up. Everybody finish your drinks. Gonna get ready for the morning." And he kind of kicks Clyde, who's laying on the ground snoring. "Get on out of here, you filthy animal!" All right, and the Malagar finds you again. You can finish the night. Another extended rest, falling asleep. So a few days pass, with much of the same happening. You know, you kind of see the High Council has made good on its word, sending out agents into the city, asking questions. You yourselves have probably overheard some of the very similar questions. Have you seen any Shatterkai? Do you know what a Shatterkai is? Do you know of the Shadowfell? Anything like that? Have you seen any figures? Has anyone asked you about this or that? Much of the same questions, as well as seeing them going into shops and warehouses and everything, and you actually see a few of what looks to be old abandoned warehouses have actually been kind of closed down, and there are guards that have been stationed there. So go ahead and make me a streetwise check.
That's not suspicious.
Oof, yeah, that'll get you. Okay, Malagar. These are city guards. So you are pretty damn certain that they have found some type of information about Sarshan, and a lot of these warehouses probably were some of his property that have been found out, and so they are trying to weed him out of Overlook. And they're posting guards to see who comes by these old abandoned warehouses that actually probably weren't abandoned.
It seems that the council is hot on his trail. I'm willing to bet that warehouse was one of his assets.
You might be right.
All right, and finally, after about a 10-day, which is basically a week in these calendars, 10 days is 1 week instead of 7, because it makes a little bit more sense to do it that way when you have even months instead of ending the month in the middle of a week. But anyway, so a 10-day passes of much of this going on. You're given messengers and envoys between yourselves and the High Council. The High Council is kind of cluing you in. They basically send you missives telling you they're kind of finding a little bit more out about what's going on, and they have made some connections between who Sarshan is and someone they believe may be Sarshan as an alias, and some of the warehouses that are under that property name that they are watching and trying to figure out what's going on inside. They haven't found anything substantial yet, but they have closed a lot of properties down, and there's definitely a new kind of attitude around the city. There's a lot of like suspicion and confusion going on. Council's doing their work, but they're trying to be very covert about it, and it's kind of creating this aura of suspicion around the city. And you are lastly hailed by a messenger who has found you at the tavern that you like to frequent. It is a dwarven man of middle age for dwarves, and he regards you. Heroes, you have a minute?
Sure.
I have come with tidings, and I have come to ask for you to follow me to a as yet undisclosed location. There is a prominent figure that wishes to offer you offer you some work if you would like it. He wishes to keep his he wishes to keep his identity secret for now, but it will be disclosed upon reaching the destination. My name is Augustin.
Anderson, nice to meet you.
Well met,
Could I
hero.
roll an insight on that?
Go ahead. All right, Guy. Is there anything specific you're trying to discover?
Basically, if he means what he says or is luring us into a trap.
Okay, you are very confident that this guy is an employed messenger. He is an envoy that is used to deliver many messages across the city. Nothing about his demeanor betrays any sort of misgivings or misleadings. He really means that. He really means he wants to take you guys to an undisclosed location, probably because whoever has hired him to give this message just needs doesn't want it well known across the city. Something secret. It could be that it is a very prominent figure that does not want the public to know what his or her plans are or what he's trying to do. Or it could be that the assignment he wishes to give you guys, he doesn't want to be commonly known. So maybe like some really powerful artifact that if word got out, a lot of people would probably hurry up to try and grab it, or something along that nature. So the need for secrecy is more a business than anything bad. So not a trap.
All right, lead the way.
Alright, if you will just follow me, and then he brings you. Pull this up. Did you guys all see Malagar's message, by the way?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
His accent.
I liked your accent.
It
But I
wasn't
like your
real.
new accent.
Filthy human accent.
I don't know if you guys figured this out.
Slaughter.
I don't know if you guys figured this out, but Malagar is Bane. I was
I thought it
born
was
in the
Batman.
darkness.
I
was
didn't see the sun.
molded
I was
by
already
it.
a man. Already a man.
All right.
Oh, I like it. It's cool.
I like it.
Well played.
So you are brought to upscale Elf Town. Elf Town is C. Don't know why they still call it Elf Town. Can't say as I've ever seen an elf there. Elf Town covers the northwestern corner of the inner city and takes its name from one elf to live there some 17 and takes its name from one elf that lived there some 70 years ago. The community consists of upscale and well-off entrepreneurs, merchants, bankers, lawyers, physicians, and other members of Overlook's upper crust, and many folk elsewhere want to inhabit a small house on the edge of this fine quarter. So this is the uptown part. And you
It seems-
are... Sorry, go
Say
ahead.
that, dwarf.
I'm sorry, want to repeat that?
I said, it seems you can no longer say that, dwarf.
Say what? I'm sorry, I'm confused.
He's never seen an elf in Elf Town.
Oh, gotcha.
See
I
that
made
now.
that now. He turns around and says, "Ha, hey, that's true." And then brings you to a building that is a tavern in the upscale part of Elftown. He says, if you will go inside and ask for room number 8, they will bring you. I bid you good day. And then he holds out his hand.
Do I know what is usually given to a messenger as tip or something? As in, what amount?
Morn slaps his hand.
Upscale. Upscale would probably
clap.
be like just 1 silver piece or even like a handful of copper.
Basically assault.
I'll give him a silver piece.
Okay, so he's holding his hand out. Morn slaps his hand. He just gives a thin smile, like that was disgusting. Wipes his hand off, and then he gives you like a disapproving look. And then before he leaves, because he's kind of like pissed off right now, but then Guy stops him and hands him a silver piece, and then he takes it and he says, "Thank you, sir. May Moradin look after you."
And you too.
And then he turns and leaves. You are now standing outside the tavern.
Let's go in.
All right, you go in to see just some rich shit, like sofas made of
Very poetic. I love it.
Sofas made of like fine linens and draped over with things. There's the scented oils upon the air and everything. Wet towels in one corner. Like maybe that's where you wash your hands. You don't know. You're not from this area of society and everything. And there is a figure behind a counter. But before you can even make it, there is a dwarven woman that approaches you. She has a full beard, because dwarven women have beards.
Oh, man.
As they should.
Yeah. Good evening, lads. What can I do you for? Oh my goodness! Oh, it's you.
Yes, that is Vigar.
We are the Tavern League. We're
She-
here.
She kind of straightens up a little bit, reminding her composure. Oh my! I was wondering if you would ever make it here. Oh, it's so good to meet you. What can I do you for? What is it you need?
First of all, we wanted to take a break from all the noise and, you know, the partying taverns and stuff. So if you could keep it quiet that we're here, that would be good.
Oh, sure, certainly. You see, there's many rooms upstairs. They have some soundproofing. There's enchantments in the walls that stop the noise from getting around. Usually for prying ears, you know. But if you need comfort and quiet, there's certainly some upstairs.
Oh, that would be perfect. Could we have room number 8?
At that, she kind of goes, oh, she goes, oh, certainly, I'll bring you to room 8 right now. And then she turns and goes to some stairs going up, turns around, expectantly waiting for you guys to follow.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow.
Okay, so she
Follow.
ascends the stairs. You go up a few flights, and then she brings you to a door. It's definitely not the 8th room. It's definitely more than that. She brings you up and stops you in front of a door, and then gives a special knock. And then you hear from within, "Hey, let them in!" And then she opens the door, and you are able to go inside.
I'm gonna go
Now that we're
inside
both
and see what is there.
Okay, so you go inside, and you see the same dwarven figure that you saw at the Elseer Consortium.
Mm.
Greetings, heroes of Overlook. I am Bram Ironfell. We met before at the Elsyr Consortium. I am of Clan Ironfell and representative of the Elsyr Consortium. Your reputations precede you, of course, and for your actions, you, of course, have my personal thanks. In addition to that of the city, I have a tale I wish to share with you over dinner and drinks, of course.
You have
I'm
me
in
at
the
drinks.
mood for some mead, if you have some.
Certainly. And he kind of gives a clap of his hand to the dwarven lass, and she nods right away and rushes off.
So, what can we do for you?
Let me weave you a tale, firstly. Let me pull this up first. Gotta get ready. So, you know, the city of Overlook stands as it is now at the base of the Stoneholm Mountains, the farthest western reaches of the Elsyr Vale, protecting it from that beyond. But did you know that this age-old redoubt was the center of an ancient dwarf kingdom that once dominated the Vale, of which faded into obscurity generations ago?
As these things happen, what's your point?
Well, I am of Clan Ironfell, the clan that hails from that ancient lineage. And though little is remembered of this lost kingdom, its folk had ventured far and wide in their day. One dwarf clan, of which is mine, made forays in search of mineral wealth in the deserts beyond the Thornwaste to the southwest of the Vale. It was there they established a mine that they called the Carrack Lode, after the first dwarf of Clan Ironfell fell in its defenses. And then he gives one of those holy signs to Moradin at the name of Carrack. Over long years, Carrack became a legendary source of wealth, as its folk pulled rich deposits of gold, silver, and other precious metals from beneath the desert sands. A supply depot was established in the desert's edge to service the caravans traveling between the mine and the Elsyr Vale. The location of the Carrack Lode was kept a closely guarded secret. Only oath-sworn members of Clan Ironfell ever made the final leg of the journey across the sands. And as he is speaking, the dwarven lady comes back, and she brings some mead and a bunch of other stuff, and there's some biscuit breads and biscuits and stuff. When you taste the biscuits, they're just delicious. Somehow, like the perfect amount of flake on the bread, tasting a little bit of the faintest bit of honey, just enough to kind of fill you guys up, and it's just exquisite.
Nice.
Holy shit.
And the mead is it's strong, but it doesn't bite, and it also has hints of honey in it as well, just telling of extravagant wealth. And
Malagar even partakes.
Awesome. He's finally drinking something besides wine. All right. And so she comes in silently and just does her thing, and then leaves. And then he continues his tale. Dwarves, of course, hold their secrets close. Their grip is doubly tight where wealth is concerned. He gives a little chuckle at this. So it was that Carrack's secrecy eventually became its downfall. Under the pressure of monstrous marauders, famine, and migrant human tribes, the dwarf kingdom of Elsyr Vale finally declined. As its resources were taxed past the breaking point, the kingdom's borders began to contract until little more than the territory immediately surrounding Overlook was left. In time, sandstorms struck the southern wastes, and the Carrack supply depot was abandoned. Soon, all contact with the mine was lost, and the Carrack Lode was consigned to history. The location of the Carrack Lode was known to few within the clan. It was thought that all who had such knowledge were lost when the mines were reclaimed by the desert. Even within the clan, Carrack is all but forgotten. However, recent events might change that. And he has a big smile on his face as he's saying this. And he waits for dramatic effect, looking at all of you each in turn.
Guy looks excited about this.
Ooh.
Waiting a little bit for suspense, he begins again. The destruction of Sarshan's operations in Overlook saw the Shadowkai's many warehouses and transit points raided, as you may have seen. In one of those raids, the Watch uncovered documents connected to Sarshan's operations, including an ancient fragment of parchment. On it was written a list of landmarks and bearings for a journey, seeming inconsequential at first. But I myself, through my contacts of course, have been able to see this document. It had the name Clan Ironfell on it. I had never seen this parchment before. However, at the Watch's request, I undertook a bit of research into my family's archives. If what I discovered there holds true, this parchment holds the directions to the Karak Lord.
Oh. And now, you want her to lead an expedition there?
Yes. With you at the front, of course.
Oh, that sounds glorious. It sounds glorious. How far is it? How long would the journey take?
Malagar,
Go ahead.
I'll say Malagar seems excited, but you guys don't know why. Or you can't tell why.
Okay. Says nothing better than the very twice heroes of Overlook to undertake such a journey. Could you imagine it? What do you call yourselves again? I'm sorry, I misremembered.
Tavern League.
Don't want to buy that carpet.
He hears two things at once. Don't want. Oh, that's a rubbish name. What was that? What was that over there? And then he looks at you, Morn.
We are the Tavern League.
Oh, now that is now that's a name. Okay,
Yes,
nothing but
you were more like the Tavern League, really, at the floor.
the Tavern League, heroes of Overlook twice more, leading the charge. Could you imagine it if you were the ones to find the Karak Lode and bring back the glory of Clan Ironfell? Oh my. Of course, would take some time to get there. It's after the Thorn Waste, of course. A few months journey, I suppose.
We better get going.
Does sound like an interesting endeavor.
Aye. And as you might be able to tell, I would like to keep it a little more secret. There are some ears that if they heard this, they would jump on the opportunity. I do not wish for that.
What's our cut?
Ever the wagering, ever the negotiators. I am prepared to offer you 1,000 gold pieces each. Half up front, and half is more upon completion. I have many gold pieces as well as precious gems to offer you.
And what exactly would our services entail then?
Well,
Just protection on the journey, or are we to clear out all the monsters from the place?
well, you would be traveling there with just yourselves. I do not think it quite prudent to send a supply depot quite yet, as we do not know the station of the Karak Lode or if it is there for true. You are more a searching party to discover if it is true upon the location.
And then we return with a word if it's true or not, and then we get the other half. Is that it?
Aye. You would delve into wherever the location takes you and try to find some sign of the Karak Lode being there. There is a signet, and then he holds out one of his various rings, and you see a ring with a signet stone on it, and there are designs of some dwarven clan on it. If you see this symbol, you'll know it is of Clan Ironfell, and very likely the Carrick Lord.
All right.
Do we have a deal?
Do you guys want to
Just
discuss
to
it?
make sure of this small point, of course, the common adventurers agreement is that if we find magical weapons that we can use, then we can keep them.
He leans
That
back
kind
in
of
his
things.
he leans back in his chair a little bit and kind of strokes his beard. After a moments of thought, he gets back up. I think that is a fair request. Anything you find and can carry out, of course, you can keep. I wish to keep if it is true that this is the Carrick Lode, it would do wonders just in the mining of the precious minerals and opening up the supply depot again. Yes, you have that agreement.
I will agree to it then.
And I look at the other guys around here.
I'm in.
Right, and he looks
I'm in.
expectantly at each and every one of you. We have an in from Guy, we have an in from Malagar, and we have an in from Morn.
Adoku will agree.
Adoko would be like, is there evil? There is evil, much evil.
I am
Why aren't we on our way already?
Alright, what about you, Viger? Are you in?
Yep.
Alright. Then he slaps his hands on the side of his chair and he sits up quickly. Then we have a deal. He holds out his hand to shake each and every one of you. And there is, now you see that there are some coin pouches, of which each of you gets a coin purse of 500 gold pieces. And you will all receive 500 gold pieces when you return with proof that the Carrick Lode is still there.
If it's still there.
Yes.
I'm assuming at this point Rennis has left our
Yeah.
party.
Yeah, Rennis is not here.
Okay.
Should get oh, it's not. Okay, so I need 2,500 gold pieces. There you go. Each of you. That didn't work. Did that not work?
Doesn't look like.
2, 3. Oh, I know why.
500.
I'm an idiot.
Because it's 3,000,
Yeah,
not
because there's 6 of you in the party, not 5.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
math is hard.
Yep.
We found a slave.
Well, put 500 more and distribute it as well, and it's even then.
500. There we go. You all have 500 gold pieces as upfront payment, and then he continues. I have everything prepared already. It should all be ready on the morrow. You can leave at first light at dawn. You can meet at the east gate.
Oh yeah, I love it.
All right. I will say that Adoku might buy something
Yeah.
before leaving.
Yep, so I'm actually ending the session right now because we have just began the Lost Mines of Carrick.
Nice.
Alright
Good
guys.
shit.
Awesome session.
Yeah, very well done. That was fun.
That was awesome.
And you have the quest, Lost Carrick. Share that. with you guys.
Quest? I'm
Yep.
already on a quest.
Major quest. The PCs undertake an arduous journey across wasteland and desert in an attempt to locate the lost mines of the Carrick
Yeah,
Lode.
more than one quest, right?
Yes.
Yep. They complete this quest
Load 'em
upon their
up.
successful return to Overlook, having
Theoretically
secured the
unlimited.
mines against... Probably shouldn't read that. That's meta knowledge. Your characters don't know that.
Guess the name Queen Shafatia is not known to us yet,
Yep,
though.
that's meta. I copied and pasted some of that.
Ooh.
Uh-oh, stream
session
disconnected.
just
Yeah.
said no.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
well,
that will be
No worries,
the
though.
end of
Maybe
the
his
session.
internet went down.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, you're still there?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Yeah, I don't know, my internet like skipped out or something. That was weird. Okay, so
Maybe he can't hear us.
I can hear you.
Or he's just sick of us, one of the two.
It's like bars closed.
Hello?
Hello, test one.
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Oh my goodness.
Check.
Uh-oh. This ain't good. No. We'll figure it out, boys.
Times now.
Nice.
Hello?
Hello?
Yo,
Hello?
Can you hear me?
can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear
I
us?
hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Are we fixed?
Alright.
Okay.
I
Kind of.
think so.
Okay. Just in time to say that is the end of
Anyway,
our session.
Nomad, one thing.
Yeah.
I noticed on Adokul's sheet that his encumbrance is more than he can carry, which would basically mean he's slowed at all times. I would
Yeah.
suggest he buys from his golden bag of holding or something, but I'm leaving that up to you and him.
Yeah. I really haven't been keeping tabs on the encumbrance because that's just more than we need to deal with, I think.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, he is strong.
Yeah. He is strong now, yes.
Shifter strong.
Oh yeah. he's-
Okay, guys, so thank you very much for a fun session. That was
Yeah,
a
thanks,
lot of
Rose. That was
a
cool.
lot of role play, but it was fun. I think we did really well.
That's
So
awesome.
we will start the next adventure for the next